Need to remember to actually time myself so I don't make some humongous unviewable thing. So right when you come out of the tunnel, you might notice that little rat thing jumps. If you stand in this position long enough to circle, you'll see these white dots appear, which is kind of an indicator that if you interact with the circle, you'll jump, and you'll jump that amount of spaces, which you don't need to wait for them if you know that if you stand on circles, you're gonna jump. Not much more to it. I know a lot of people had issues with this part. You can just barely hit that off screen there. Yeah, I don't think you have to go right at all. Pretty sure. And here you're thinking, oh, what the heck? No, you just destroy these things. And, oh, look, there's a little jump point hidden underneath them. You're really not meant to parade around in the swamp that much. It's not a good idea to let them get too close to you like that. See, and although I'm going to be jumping into the swamp water, I'm pretty sure it's not going to damage me as long as I don't move into another swamp tile. You can jump into the swamp water and not take damage. But if you move from one square to another, oh, well, I was wrong. I didn't actually make this game. House, save. Putz around in this area trying to figure out what to do. Eventually you'll come into this corner. I don't think there was anyone who had an issue finding that I ever heard of. This place is deceptively difficult. It's really easy to get lost. I'm already lost. So my original vision for this place was to just get forced into a 5-minute long Zubat fight every time you step into a tile. You don't remember what the fuck you were even doing with your life anymore. So you hit these guys, they always move the opposite direction of their facing. those little junctures are part of what makes this place so obnoxious. Like, it looks like I can go that way, but I can't. Oh. So he backed up into the arrow because he was facing the other direction. That's pretty funny. Go this way? Yeah. And so like here you would think, oh, I can't go over there, I need to find some other way, but no. No, you can definitely walk. Yes, in this particular place, since the objective is to actually go down, you can't fall into holes. That would be too convenient. So then you get here, again, another got him moment. Why, you ask? Because once I get this idiot out of here, come up to this, like, what am I supposed to do? Yeah, maybe it's not that big of a got him moment, because then you're going to be clicking on everything like a madman. Alright, we are on boss fight number 2. I think I only remade this boss fight like 2 or 3 times. The dragon fight is exactly the way I made it the day I made it. It was the first boss I ever made, and it was perfect. Simple premise. This one is a little bit more complicated than just shooting. You have to kind of bait him to come into you, and then put a bomb in his mouth. Oh, he's just not having it today. So, okay. It's like, hopefully my thing recharges soon. It's definitely a good idea to get rid of these things. Plops tentacles down. Once you've hit him enough times, his armor falls off. Then you can actually shoot him with arrows. But make the killing blow real quick because he runs you out of real estate. Unless you're willing to switch to bombs, which I am. Oh boy. There we go. Got a little worried there. You don't want to drag your feet on that fight or you will get boxed in. So I could see people probably beating that boss in like 2 tries once you understand what to do. The other keys you got were not mysterious or shards, but that one is. He's got problems, we got problems. So given how totally annoying the swamp area is, I made it so that the player is just transported out of that whole swamp region. I will typically not do that. Once you've investigated into an area, you need to uninvestigate yourself out of there. But considering how early it is in the game for that, I figured out no sense in double punishing them. Ooh, actually, I don't have enough health to do that. So anyway, we're pretty much done with this region. But there was that one little detail as we were going in, I was explaining. If you come over here, and I could have did this first before going into the cave and getting the bomb power. Get the critter meat, give it to that one lizard, it gives you the key to that gate in particular, and then if you run like a jackass through there, you'll have just enough health to actually make it. Just to find out it's a dead end. And there would be no way of you going back. So this guy tells you to piss off, but you can't, so you just keep talking to him, and then he gives you this. So that's pretty handy. All that jumping around and taking swamp water damage. There's a way you can just cheese that whole, basically, section of the game. So here, normally you would go to this ice place. I'm gonna pop back into the mine, though, from the very beginning of the game. I'm gonna heal and save, just so I don't make a boo-boo and die. Oh yes, when you solve the the big brain color cart puzzle, those dirt piles kind of fall in your way, and it requires you to take the go-kart exit so that you're not meandering around. But came here, oh, wowee. This is a magic resonator. Now I have increased cooldowns on my bombs. I can take the go-kart exit again, come back to the overworld and just do that. Now let's go to the snow place. I think normally, well, there's a couple different things that could happen here. You could go to the dog village to kind of get some direction as to what the hell you're supposed to be doing. But if you already know what to do, you can just come straight here. Ooh, and actually I'll cut the video and pick up from here.